Alright, YouTube, in today's video, we're going to be discussing the most important thing that you need to learn if you have any desire to go competitive in Madden at any point in time. And that is reading defense, both pre and post snap. We'll be going over a couple of the trips that you may encounter and some hard things that you may encounter when you're trying to recognize defense, and some things that you can do to kind of help you along the way with that. So we're going to just start off with the basics, okay? Just cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, cover 1, man defense, just man defense in general. I can go about recognize that pre and post snap. So let's just start off in a cover 3 sky, okay? Play does not matter. I'm going to click A real fast. First, when we're coming out on defense, we need to read 3 things, or really 2 things. You need to read the safeties, then you need to read the corners, and then you just need to see how they are aligned. Now, starting off the bat, we see that the safety in the middle third, which this is a cover 3, is way back there and all alone. We've got this other safety right here that's in the curl flat. This safety is backed off. This safety is backed off way back. So more likely, it's safe to say that this is not man defense, okay? When facing a cover 3, sometimes it can be tricky to distinguish between a cover 1 and a cover 3 because of something like this and something like that. But oftentimes, if you're facing a cover 1, this guy is going to be a little bit further than off about 8 yards. He'll be off about 3 or 4 unless you go ahead and press him. So that's how you can go about recognizing cover 3. Now let's head into a Tampa 2. I'm just going to go random play again. When we're reading a defense again, this is post snap. What are we doing? We're looking at the safeties right off the bat. Then for a cover 2, we're looking at the corners next. So you can see this guy is 5 yards off. This guy normally would be about 5 yards off as well, somewhere around there-ish. And that is pretty much a giveaway that is some sort of cover 2, okay? Let's go ahead and we're just going to blow through these really fast because I want to get into more complicated stuff. Now, let's go to cover 4 drop. Now, look at the depth of the corners compared to cover 2. They're about 8 yards off the line. Safeties, same exact spots. They're a little bit more inside versus a cover 2, but again, they're about 12 to 15 yards sometimes off of the ball. So this is a cover 4 no matter what cover 4 you face. Palms, quarters, drop, you name it, it's going to look the same. Now, let's get into the really complicated stuff. Let's talk about why a lot of people like to run one defense and why it's frustrating to a lot of new players, okay? So, popular defense, cover 1 robber press, whether it be the 1-4-6 or 3-3-5 or whatever the defense is, this is what you're going to run into, okay? We're going to go random play. Off the bat, you can tell this is man defense. It's a man press. It's a cover 1 robber press because these guys are all pressed. It's almost a man line. This isn't the best formation to kind of give it away. We're going to try it. We're going to do a different formation. I want to go to like a spread set or something like that. Something that's a little more obvious. We'll go even dollar right here. Really make it obvious, okay? So we're going to go, let's just go 5 wide. Make it as obvious as possible. So notice everybody's man lined. Basically man aligned or manned up to somebody. It's pretty clear that they're pressed right off the bat without them having to do anything on defense. So this is kind of what a man defense looks like. The trick here is these 2 safeties look like they could be in deep halves, but because it's a robber, one of these 2 guys are going to drop down into a 3-rec hook. And look at that guy. This is the robber right here. He tries to trick you into thinking it's a cover 2, comes down, baits you in the middle of the field, and a pick 6, off to the races you go. So just some things you need to be careful about, and that comes down to reading the defense pre and post snap. We'll go back into a dollar. Let's just go cover 2 of man LB blitz. So as I was talking about earlier, again, this looks basically identical to the cover 1 robber as far as where the safeties are. So when you're reading the safeties, read it post snap, and you basically gotta pray you guessed it correctly. And if you did, well, you're gonna have some good dots if you get the right route combinations set up. Now we're talking about the basic stuff. The easy stuff's over, okay? This is where it gets a lot more complicated and where you can't just rely on reading the defense post snap. You know what? Let's go back into the dollar. Let's really make it hard for you guys. So you can decide if I'm going to choose between DB Fire 2 press, cover 1 robber press, or a cover 2 man LB blitz, okay? Now let's go back into this 5 wide. We're going to make it as hard as possible for you guys. So Steeler stick, okay? We're going to go ahead and press. This could be a cover, it could be a soft squat, it could be cover 2, it could be cover 2 man, it could be cover 1. How you going to know? Let me go ahead and really change this up, okay? Let's do something like this. What is it now? You know? Are you sure you know? Okay, if you guess, this is more likely, this is a cover 3 with a deep half on one side of the field. Interesting. You might have thought it was man defense, right? A lot of you probably would have guessed it was man defense by looking at it. But here's the number one problem with guessing and relying on pre-snap and previous play is that you will seldom be correct if you are using that only. Okay, let me go ahead and reset the play now. Let's go ahead and change this up again. And let's do something like this. Now what do you think it is? Think it's man defense? Think I reset the play? Cover 3 again. And this guy's now on a curl flat. I can do this. I can do this all day long. All right, so let's go ahead and reset the play. Let's talk about pre-snap, post-snap. So we're going to go ahead and let them snap the ball. All right, so this is clearly a cover 1. We'll go ahead and go into instant replay and break down how I know it's cover 1. I showed you guys the play, and this is how you are going to know it is indeed a cover 1 without having to second guess yourself ever again. Biggest number 1 mistake any new player will ever make, or even decent player will ever make, is relying on reading the defense solely pre-snap. Do not use that. This is in the NFL too. A quarterback isn't just reading it pre-snap, they're reading it post-snap and keeping a mental note. So, how do I know this is a cover 1? This safety's dropping off. Holy crap, that's a robber. Holy crap, if you throw a slant right there, you just threw a pick. Okay? Now, I know I sound a little tense right here, but then also as we back out, this is a man line. Okay, everybody's manned up. You can see they play man defense. There is no zones whatsoever, but everybody is playing man defense except for the guy in the middle third and the robber. Okay? So dead giveaway right there. Look at that. Man defense, he obviously going to have a check down because that's just a really bad route combination to beat man defense. But let's go ahead and change this up. This is going to be practice, and I want you guys to tell me in the comment section, because I'm never going to tell you. I'm going to want you to tell me in the comment section what defense this is, okay? Without me ever showing you guys what it is, you're going to have to guess. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and snap the ball. Tell me in the comment section right now what that was. What was it? We're going to go into instant replay. We'll give you guys a slower look as well as to what that defense was. Again, you need to tell me in the comment section. Again, what are we doing? We're reading the safeties, we're reading the corners, and then after that, if we think it's man defense, because a lot of people will play man defense stock to start off, then start changing it, and this is kind of where a lot of people get stuck. I did not audible. I did not. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Again, what are we looking at? Safeties. Where are the safeties? Okay, this is clearly a cover. It could be a man defense. It could be cover 2 man. It could be cover 1 robber. It could be, I don't know. Basically that. It could be even a cover 2 or possibly cover 3, cover 4 because of the way that dollar aligns. But let's go ahead and snap this ball. We're going to go ahead and just zoom out just a little bit. Okay, look at the defense right now. What's going on? Where is everybody? What the fluff? This was a cover 1 at first. Wrong. This is now, what do you think? Look at these 2 safeties. This was a cover 1, but what are these 2 doing? This used to be the robber, right? Look at this guy. What's he doing? Not main defense. Playing zone. The heck? That guy's playing a zone. This guy's clearly not man defense. Otherwise, who knows what he's doing? This guy's not a man defense anymore either. Huh, weird. Right? So this is kind of where a lot of people get a lot of headaches is reading it pre-snap. Again, I'm not going to tell you what that was. You're going to have to figure that out. But stop relying on previous plays. Stop relying on reading defense just solely post-snap. Okay? I know exactly what route combination I could have called right there if you were reading it pre-snap and post-snap. Because in order to get a competitive edge, competitive players will run one defense the entire game and change it up on you the entire time. If they notice you're dotting up one particular coverage shell they're giving you, they're going to change it up. For example, let's go cover 1 robber press. This is one of my favorite run defenses to work out of. Again, the defensive guide is available. I'm just going to go random play and give you guys a look that's really popular, okay? This is something you're going to run into a lot. And let's just let you guys read the defense. So pre-snap, what are we looking at? Let's just go ahead and press real fast. What are we looking at pre-snap? Okay, it might be cover 2 man, right? We got these 2 high safeties. It's definitely not a cover 3. It more likely isn't a cover 3. It could be cover 3. But the way that these guys are aligned would really lead you to think otherwise, or at least I hope it leads you to think otherwise. This is probably a man defense, right? More than likely it is man defense. Probably safe to say it is man defense. So let's let him snap the ball. It's man defense. We were right, but holy crap, I don't know what just happened right there. One play touchdown. I'm gonna have to look at what that play was. I need to know. But you guys can see right there, bang. Man defense, you guessed it correctly if you guessed man defense. Again, we're reading the defense pre and post snap, and we're not even setting up our own defense right now. Ignore that run defense, okay? We didn't set it up whatsoever. But again, we're reading it pre and post snap. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just click let's just press real fast, okay? I'm going to change this up now. Bang, bang, bang. Let's just go bang and bang. Something like that, right? This is what the defense looks like currently, okay? I don't know what this guy, yeah, you can't bluff blitz him. I thought you could, but you can't. So this is what it looks like. This was a cover one. Let me just reset the player fast, okay? This was a cover one robber press at first. Again, the difference between this one and the dollar version is one is a 3-hook hook. The other one is a hook curl. So don't get confused by that. Again, let's just go and do something like this. Again, this is just simple reset the play. And this is what the defense now looks like. So again, kind of not rely on, why is that guy not pinching? Kind of not relying on previous play, but instead reading the defense and reacting according. So going into a little more detail as far as why opponents or why pro players like to use the same play again and again. Disguising coverages. So let's just take a timeout real fast. We're going to come out in a cover 3. Let's just go, I'm thinking the cover 3 buzz. I like cover 3 buzz. I'm pretty sure they have cover 3 buzz. I don't use it enough to actually know if they do or not. No, they don't. Okay. Let's go cover 3 sky drop. Okay. Really simple. Let's just go again 5 wide. We'll just talk about disguising your defense. So this is where it gets tricky because this is as clear as day, a cover 3. You don't even have to second guess yourself that this is a cover 3. 1, 2, and 3. Look how far those guys are dropped back. Look at the only safety up there. Look at that guy, how far he is dropped back. Curl flat. More than likely curl flat right there. Hook curl, spy, hook curl, right? So let's talk about disguising defenses. Cover 3 can be one of the most difficult ones to disguise unless you baseline. Because if you double tap Y, A, you notice that you can put them in a deep half. But the way that this is set up and the way that it's running, I don't like to... I like to baseline for cover 3 to help disguise, but I don't at the same time. Because if you were to change this up and have like a cover 2 invert kind of deal, something like, I don't even know if you fit Y. Now you have to go into a special package for that. Again, that's part of the ebook. But if you were to do something like this, let's just deep half this guy, kind of run a cover 2 invert, let's shade down, shade up, and just put A back into curl, cloud flat, right? Or, come on, R flat. Not baseline. Come on, double tap Y, A, up on the stick. There we go, cloud flat. And we'll just put this guy on that and do something. I don't know. We're just kind of messing around with it. Point is, you guys can kind of just disguise your defense, right? So if we were to take this guy and put him in a deep half, cloud flat, again, we now have a cover 3 cloud essentially. Now, A, you notice that you cannot put him into an outside third. If you have a special package out there, you can do so. But without that said package, you cannot. You are restricted to what you can and cannot do. So be careful about that. This is a way that you can disguise your defense. So now it's a cover 3 cloud with a deep half, or like a cover 2 invert with curl flat. It's a really funky adjustment. But it's a way that you can effectively change your defense. If we were to do something like this instead, okay? Do something like that. It's the same thing, shade down, shade up, have cloud flats out on the field. Again, same point. You're disguising your coverage. So when you're disguising your coverage, there's also another thing you do is base align. Base align is a really good way to disguise it because if you have it set to the coaching adjustments on auto alignment and base, they will never be able to guess very easily what defense you are in post snap. So let's just go back into coaching adjustments. Let's go to the basics, auto alignment set to base. We're gonna go, it probably won't work. Yeah, it won't work, of course. We'll go back into that same cover 3 that we were using. Where is it? Cover 3 sky drop. Let's just go random play. Bang, look at that. Auto alignment is set to baseline, so they'll never be able to guess until they hit post snap as far as what play you are running. So that is another option to be able to disguise your coverage. But a lot of people like to bait you into thinking that you're in a cover 3. So that's why a lot of people don't run a baseline. So let's go and double baseline real fast. This guy should normally, he will drop down. I don't know why he did right there. But a lot of people don't like to baseline for that reason because it baits you into thinking, hey, he's a cover 3 guru. That's all he's going to run. when in reality, they're going to change it up a lot. As we were talking about previously, they could change it into cover 3 cloud and do something like that. This guy's no longer in a curl flat. This guy's in a cloud flat. And now you just change it up. You've disguised your coverage. Let's go ahead and take this guy, put him into vert hook, curl flat, do something like that, right? Again, the point is staying in a defense to confuse your opponent. So when you're disguising your defense, the number one thing is to try and not stay in stock coverage. If they are dotting you up in that stock defense, that's when you need to start making quick adjustments out of that defense. This is really helpful when you're going against somebody that likes to do coaching suggestions, or Ask Madden, whatever it's called, to read the defense basically guaranteed. It's like you're playing a bot, honestly. You're playing a CPU at that point. So that's going to take care of this video. And if you guys are new to the channel and, well, you need more help on defense or offense, drop a comment down below. And until next time, this has been Team Meister. See ya.